My name is Emily. I'm 28 years old. I live in Houston, Texas. I work as a nurse in a private hospital. I moved here when I was 22. I came alone. My family lives in a small town in Oklahoma. They visit sometimes, but most of the time, I am on my own. I rent a small apartment near the hospital because long shifts make traveling hard. My life is simple. I work, I rest, I repeat. I am quiet. I do not talk much. I am soft hearted. I get attached easily, even though I try not to. I never had a serious relationship. I never found someone I trusted. I always told myself I did not have time for love. I told myself work was enough. I told myself my life was okay the way it was. Before everything happened, my days looked the same. I woke up early every morning. I made coffee, I sat near my window and watched people going to work. Then I got ready and walked to the hospital. My shift started at 7 a.m. most days. I checked charts, gave medicine, helped patients, talked to families, and handled emergencies. The hospital was loud and busy, but inside I felt quiet. I liked helping people. I liked listening to them. I liked holding someone's hand when they were scared. It made me feel useful. It made me feel human. At lunchtime, I usually sat alone. Some nurses sat together, but I liked the silence. I ate my sandwich, checked my phone, and breathed for a few minutes. My life felt small, but safe. I was okay with that. I told myself I did not need anything more. When a new doctor joined our hospital, I did not pay attention at first. New doctors came often. Some stayed, some left. I did not try to know them. I stayed in my space. I stayed in my routine. His name was Dr. Daniel. He was 33. He had calm eyes and a soft voice. He smiled at everyone. He treated nurses with respect, which was rare. Doctors were usually busy, tired, and stressed. But he was different. He looked collected. He looked patient. He looked gentle. One day, he asked me for a patient file. I gave it to him and he said, "Thank you, Emily." The way he said my name felt warm. I didn't think about it much, but it stayed with me longer than it should have. Slowly, we started talking. Simple things at first. Work things. He asked if I was from Houston. I said no. He asked how long I had been a nurse. I told him 7 years. He said I seemed dedicated. I felt shy. No one usually noticed me. Then it became more than work talk. Sometimes he sat with me during lunch. He asked about my family. He asked about my life in Oklahoma. I asked about his medical school. I asked what he liked about being a doctor. Our conversations were slow and gentle. He listened to every word. He remembered small things. He asked follow-up questions. He made me feel seen in a way I never felt before. At first, I was confused. Then I felt scared. Then I felt happy. I had never opened up to someone like this. I had never shared small parts of my heart with someone at work. But he made it easy. He made it natural. One evening, we both stayed late because of a critical patient. After we finished, we sat in the hallway. The hospital was quiet. He looked tired but peaceful. He said, "I like talking to you, Emily. You make long days feel lighter." My heart felt warm. It scared me. I told myself not to fall for him. I told myself to stay careful. But every time he looked at me, every time he talked to me, every time he smiled at me, I felt something growing inside me. Something soft, something deep, something dangerous. We started texting. It started with work-related messages, but soon it turned into small conversations at night. He asked what I ate for dinner. He asked how my day was. I asked if he was resting well. We shared little jokes. We shared small secrets. We talked about dreams we never told anyone. He started waiting for me in the mornings. He brought coffee. He walked with me to the parking lot after shifts. Sometimes he touched my hand by mistake. Sometimes he did not move his hand away fast. My heart moved every time. I did not want to fall in love. But I did. I fell slowly. I fell deeply. I fell completely. I thought he felt the same. I believed he felt the same. I trusted the way he looked at me. I trusted the way he listened. I trusted everything he said. The truth came in a most simple way. One morning, a woman came to the hospital. She looked confident and calm. She went to the reception first. Then she came toward me. She smiled and asked, "Hi, I'm looking for Dr. Daniel." I nodded. "I can call him for you." Before I can move, she said, "I'm his wife." My body went cold. My heart stopped. My breath broke. His wife. I felt like the ground under me disappeared. I forced a smile. I told her his office number. Then I walked away, before she could see my face breaking. I rushed to the restroom. I locked the door. I held the sink. Tears came before I could control them. My hands were shaking. My heart was hurting in a way I had never felt before. He was married. He never told me. Not even once. Not even a hint. All those talks, all those smiles, all those messages, all those moments, they were all wrong. They were all a lie. I felt stupid. I felt small. I felt used. I left the hospital early that day. When I reached home, I fell on my bed and cried for hours. My chest hurt. My eyes burned. I felt like someone had cut a piece out of me. He called me that night. I did not want to answer, but I did. He said, "Emily, are you okay? You left so fast today." My voice was shaking. "Are you married?" There was silence, a long silence. Then he said, "Yes." I felt like my heart cracked open. "Why didn't you tell me?" I asked. "I didn't want to lose you," he said quietly. "My marriage is complicated. I'm not happy. I didn't plan this. It just happened." I cried harder. I covered my mouth so he wouldn't hear. He said he cared about me. He said I made him feel understood. He said he felt alive when he talked to me. But none of it mattered. He had a wife. I was just someone he used to fill an empty space in his life. I stopped going near him at work. I avoided him. I ate lunch in different places. I did not reply to his messages, but he kept following me. He kept trying to talk. He kept explaining. I felt trapped. I could not sleep. I could not eat. My stomach hurt all the time. My eyes stayed red. I cried at night until I couldn't breathe. I felt guilt. I felt shame. I felt like I destroyed someone else's home without even knowing. I stopped talking to friends. I stopped calling my family. I stopped smiling. My work suffered. I made small mistakes. My supervisor asked if I was okay. I lied. I said I was tired. I wasn't tired. I was broken. One night, I looked at myself in the mirror. My face looked weak. My eyes looked empty. I asked myself a simple question. Is this love? I knew the answer. It wasn't love. It was pain. It was confusion. It was destruction. I had to leave. I decided to change shifts. I requested a transfer to another department. I blocked his number. I stopped going to the places where we used to sit. I stopped reading old messages. I threw away the coffee mug he once gave me. The first few weeks were hard. I cried sometimes. I felt lonely. I missed him, even though I hated missing him. But slowly, very slowly, my heart started to breathe again. I focused on my work. I took extra shifts. I helped more patients. I exercised after work. I cooked real meals. I cleaned my apartment. I read books again. Small things, but they made me feel human again. One morning, I woke up and realized I had not cried the night before. It felt strange. It felt new. It felt like healing. Months passed. He tried to contact me once through email. I deleted it without reading. I knew nothing good could come from him. I knew I deserved better. I knew I needed peace. Now, when I walk to the hospital, I feel calm again. When I sit near my window at night, I do not feel empty. I feel quiet, but in a safe way, in a peaceful way. I still think about him sometimes, not with love, not with anger, just with acceptance. He was a chapter, not my whole story. Love is not supposed to break you. Love is not supposed to be a secret. Love is not supposed to hurt every day. I chose myself, and I survived. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and share.